Okay. You're live. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Sorry for the background. Oh, good grief. Sorry for the background. It's the best I can do. I don't know who's going to be here. But I will sit in a hold position as people start to show up. I'm checking to see if my microphone is working, but I'm wondering if perhaps it's not, the gain is not right yet. And you'll have to forgive me on that, because does that make it go up? That does not make it go up, but this will. Okay. This should probably make it. There we go. There. Now it's probably a little better, I think. Okay. So I'm going to sit and hang out here for a while. Let's see if anybody shows. I'm not even sure. I guess what you'd have to do, since I'm new to this, I guess what you have to do is from my aspect, I don't know how to see if anyone is logging on. Huh. Okay, what's that? Customization. Okay, and I just set it to replay, so I don't know if you're going to catch the first part of it, but you'll catch the rest of it, I guess. So there's that. Bear with me. I am dinking around with it as we talk. Moderation will be shown. Okay. Reactions, pop out chat. Oh yeah, I think it was told I was supposed to pop out chat. No. Pop out the chat. No. Oh, for me. I get it, for me. Which I'm not going to do. Okay. Let's see. Let's go down a few minutes and nothing. So, anyway, I'm here. And what you're seeing me do is look at the other sites that I have posted things on to see if I'm getting any response. And I'm also going to continue to post this more. Let's see. Let's go back to this. What can I do from here? I can share this from here, which is what I'm going to do. Wow, this is interesting. I've been on for 5 minutes after doing all that and no one's, but that's all right. I'm telling people I'm on, and where are they? There's some people that said they would. I'm not getting it. Of course, it would be nice if somebody pinged me. Okay, let me do this and copy it because I can do a lot of this. Sorry, folks, I am presently adding people. Okay, I'm getting, oh, there he is. One of the people that I have been involved with in the film world is Carl Hansen, and he is executive producer director for Fox Sports. I've done several of those for him. Okay. No, that's not it. Here it is. And I'm back to looking at nothing. That's fine. Like I said, I'm also recording this. So, there are things that I can do. It's funny. Somebody just said I'm at work. This is no, I don't need to babysit your sorry ass. You didn't give me fucking excuses. Oh, sorry if I have. Oh, nobody heard me. Oh, well, it recorded it. You'll get that once in a while. Oh, and I just got rid of it. Okay. Well, now I don't know where I am. You know, I should probably read it out loud, some of it out loud, so that you know I'm not ignoring you. Okay, it's live. I'm just sending live right now to various people. as well, reminding them. Okay. Not seeing any other places to do this. All right. Well, I essentially then will be hanging out here, just watching. And the other thing that I'm doing is chronicling what I go through. And this is more of it. And some of the people that I just text are people that promote folks with disabilities. I happen to be homeless and disabled. And as you see from the room behind me, I am in a room at my mom's house because I'm her care provider. She's also disabled. I was born in the entertainment business. Everything I view, the name of my company, is through the eye of an artist. I don't know what it's like to sit in the audience. I know what it's like to sit with you in the audience and watch your reaction to what you're seeing. But I know how they do it, so I'm not getting the awe effect. So realizing that the camera is above me too much. I'm not staring at you. It doesn't look like I'm looking at you. All right. Well, I'm trying to. All right. You know what? I'm going to play right to the camera, even though that's what's on the screen. I think that's what the problem is. Okay. So anyway, not to get too involved. You know what? I left my clipboard outside. Hang on. Okay. So anyway, the first thing I thought I would do is give you a little background on who I am. I was born in the entertainment business, as I said. Everything I have done up to this point has found its way back to the motion picture industry, to the entertainment business. It's what I know. So I've been a licensed cosmetologist for 40 years and have worked on both sides of the film. I've also been a production assistant. And I would guess at this point, when you look at the culmination of my work, the majority of it has been either, well, in both cases, with and for the disabled. But I was raised pretty much as you see in a room, and so the world was out there, and I had to live through an encyclopedia essentially, and bring the world to me. But I'm an artist and I'm clever, and with all of those things working with me, I was able to create and envision, and then with the internet, go to places I'd never been and see what I was missing, that type of thing. Of course, I can't experience it, but you get my point. My grandmother taught me how to do hair when I was 10. And so I went to beauty college as a second job because it was obvious, it was logical for me to do something artistic, etc. And in fact, it did go back into the motion picture industry. So here I am, educated. Educated, disabled, homeless, and without getting into a lot of personal areas, which you can probably figure out some, am in a situation where I am continuously discriminated against. And partly it is because as you're looking at me right now, you don't see a homeless person. What you see is a person who probably has some of his stuff together anyway. And why would I be doing this? Technically, this is not my house. I am only here because I'm her care provider. If that contract were to break, I'm out on the street. And I'd like my own place anyway, wouldn't anybody else? Having all of this in my lap, and I'm disabled, which I have just, but I am as well disabled. Of course, you can't see that. But if I take my glasses off and get close enough to the camera, there's a scar here and a scar here where 6 black guys jumped me from behind, bashed my head in, and left me for dead. And that's why I have PTSD, and that's why I'm disabled. So taking all of this into consideration, I am an educated person today. I was unproctored up until a couple of years ago. But I don't come across to anyone as a homeless person. But I'm an actor. I can act like a homeless person. Unless I'm in the presence of other actors who then clock me as acting like I'm maybe trying to get something for free or something like that. And I'm not saying that they are. What I'm saying is that's how I look. Okay. I'm putting on the fact that I am poorer than I am just to get noticed. Okay. At the same time, if it wasn't for this room, I would be in a camper, in the back of a car, in a tent, something like that. And if I need to audition for a part or go to a job interview or something like that at my caliber, I look like I crawled out of a tent in a suit. The best I can do is go to a dry cleaners or something and have it pressed real quick, but it still doesn't look totally put together. Trust me. So now I'm lying to them. So I get caught in the middle. Now, what I thought when I was in college a couple of years ago, I lost my housing because there wasn't housing. It was a sublet, and I couldn't continue. So, but I was at Theater of Arts, and while I was there, frustrated and the anxiety crushing in on me that I now have nowhere to live and nowhere. I don't have the money to be able to get my own place, and I'm not going to be able to finish school. I started thinking, what do people like me do? What do other people like me do? And as I thought about it, it's on this channel to the picture. And I knew I was going to do that too. I thought, well, we're Hollywood and we know how to put on a show. What if I filmed this from my perspective? This is what it's like. So I started to put together, what would this be like? What would I do? And this is when I came up with Planet Pet. And what it is, it's a block party turned into a build party. And I hear lots of things going on. I watch all the news organizations and stuff all across the board, and they all talk about it. But every time they talk about it, just like what you're doing and just like what I have done a moment ago, when we talk about it, when we think about it, we all get the same look on our face. Right? It's no fun. I mean, let's face it, it's no fun living in a tent in the middle of the city when you're watching everybody else drive around $100,000 cars, right? That's no fun. What if we could make it fun? What if we could take the homeless folks and teach them how to build their own home that they will live in? Not a tenement, not a box, something that reflects them. Their artisanship, of course, guided by the people that do that. Regulated as necessary. I don't mean that kind of regulated, but, make sure everybody's doing everything correctly so that it'll stand up, that type of thing. But what we're doing is you're not just giving them a place to live. You're teaching them how to build the place they're going to live in. And afterwards, it's the homestead of that's mine. It's not just that happens to be the one I'm living in. I built this. And if we do that in succession, then we're creating a small village, let's say, without using other words. So now you've got a house that you've duplicated on a piece of land that they built that they cannot afford to maintain. But if we teach them how to include solar power, something to get them off the grid, that lowers the cost of being able to maintain it. And they're learning how to build the solar as well. So once they're done, they now have a skill and a job. Let me rephrase. Well, they had a job a moment ago, but they have a skill, had a job, and a place to live. The only thing they don't have now is the ability to maintain it. But wait, let's go back to the skill. Now you have a skill that's marketable, especially with the solar. That's very marketable. So you've set that entire thing up. And that can be duplicated. And what we're talking about is something along the lines of what they call a tiny house. Not saying a tiny house, but that's a small footprint. So it's not difficult to build. Okay, so in terms of structure, you're not going to have a lot of materials to start, but you've got land. If you want to later on build onto it, you can, and you have the skill. Remember, you built the house to begin with. You know what the roof looks like. Okay. As far as the yard is concerned, you could take up some more of the yard, but you've got the ability with the yard and landscaping to grow food that looks like landscaping. And I've seen that all over. There's ways of doing it. You'd be surprised. What you think you're looking at hedge, and then look again. It's not hedge, that's celery. Cut to look like hedge. And it's pretty. So you get where I'm going. And then the kids can get involved. You got kids, you can get them involved with I'm in Southern California, so some of my pictures are in Southern California, born and raised. So some of my pictures are in my head are in Southern California. So you've got these guys on this side of the street with strawberries, and you've got these guys on this side and they've got something else, and you're going to have a cook-off. Now that's another competition, but it's a community conversation and a community project that's adhering and solidifying that. So, and what, like I said, well, once these people have this going, they're going to need a job to maintain it, as I said. But the skill they have can now be marketed. And because they're involved in something like this, you've got the accolades of that helping you get a job, perhaps building solar somewhere else, in a big state, upper San Fernando Valley, let's say, or something like that. Okay. The cost of living is cheaper than it is in Southern California. So these people can afford to float a mortgage, or at least change their location, upgrade to a rental. They can keep the house they have and rent it out. Now they're income property folks if they want to go that direction. But the sky's the limit from there. But you've given them a foundation. And dare I say it, I would venture to guess they don't, probably with that house, they probably don't want to lose it for nostalgia. So anyway, let's see. I've been on for 25 minutes. That's a pretty good. Yeah, and nobody came on. That's fine. This is a good test of what I'm doing. And of course, I've got a knock at the door because the powers that be never understand that when somebody is working and filming, they really can't have somebody dirtying the screen. But you can go ahead and apologize. No, she thought she wasn't on. I go through this every day. That's the person I take care of. So anyway, yeah, but that's okay. It's everything. It's the first step. Everything's first step. So, but like I said, this is being recorded and I've got a lot there now and I can sit back for a little while and relax for the rest of the day. I'm here So as folks maybe see this later on, I'll be able to interact with that. Wasn't able to figure out if there's a vocal interaction that goes on with this as well, but we'll find out later. Anyway, I think that's 25 minutes. That's good. That's good. We'll call it. So everybody have a good day. I hope you look at the channel. I hope you look at my websites, and you'll start to see, by the way, I never got to that. You'll start to see the things that I need. The first thing I need is for someone to help me finish building this website or any other ones. And that's why I keep saying volunteer. It's not because you're not going to get anything, but in the first few throws of a business, there's not much money to go around. Plus, you're getting in at the ground level of something that's probably going to be a non-profit-y type of situation. And that accolade is an investment and quite a payout as well. So I think with that, we'll call it. Have a good one. Thank you.